Ladies and gents, we're going to get straight into it. Borussia Dortmund right now, this is the match we need to do something with. If we're not going to win, fine. We need to draw. If we lose this, it really comes up to Rangers, who, I mean, we beat them before, but they are away from home at this one. We need to get something out of this game. We are at home here in Milan against Dortmund. What I meant is away from home with Rangers. But if we don't get anything from this one, we don't get anything from Rangers, we are out. And I'm going to be pissed. But so we'll see what happens today. The only real piece of news, Ismail Benacer, I've promised him a week rest. Sadly, probably shouldn't have done it this week. Probably should have done it next week. So he's out of the squad for this match. He will be back for the next one. But overall, doing fairly well. So as you see, after that 5-2 absolute thrashing of Inter, Atalanta home 4-1 win, Sampdoria 3-1 away win. We've been doing fairly well. So with the Atalanta game, everything fell into our hands. It was just absolute domination from start to finish. Brahim Diaz just was insane. One in the 29, one in the 46. Sailmakers had a great finish in the 52nd, and then Junior Macias in the 90+1. Everyone was firing on all four cylinders. We did give one away with, is it Pashalich? The accent marks throw me all over the place. And again, not a clean sheet with Sampdoria, 3-1. However, a little more nervy, but still, I mean, Divock got one in the 10th. Fantastic. Got another one in the 40th. Absolutely wonderful. I was thinking we are going to be cruising. Up until the 81st when they got one back, and we really lost possession a lot there. And finally, when Giroud got one in the 90th, I mean, it was the very end of the game. I think there was 3 minutes left. It was, it was over at that point. So, but that's how we've been doing. We have no draws. I am just realizing that. 0 draws, a couple of losses here and there. Oh well, but Borussia Dortmund it is today. So I have been playing a little here and there in the past couple of matches. I've dropped Tonali into a kind of a DM role, a deep line playmaker here. The Mazzala still has stuck. I kind of throw that every now and again depending on their strengths. Pabega's just kind of all over the place. I mean, better as a ball-winning midfielder, but still, I'm going to leave it as Masala. These guys I've kept as inverted wingers. These two I will play with. So Giroud. So really not the people, but the positions themselves. I've done deep lying forwards while I've pushed him a little bit back. This is basically the setup that has worked the most so far, and we're going to continue with it. But as you can see, on the bench, now obviously we don't have Kalulu, he's still out injured. Unregistered in both Vranks and Bakayoko, just because the way the Champions League group has worked. But overall, there's a lot of unknown players in this team. Again, Benacer is out for rest right now for a week. But Bazolin, Gala, Benatendi, I mean, I know some of these players, but I've never used them because they're just young and they're not, they're not really ready for this style yet, or for this level yet. So, but this is what we're going to go out with. Dest comes in for Hernandez, Hernandez is fitness issues. Same with De Ketelaere. So Destiao, Kayer, and Calabria in the back four. Tonali, Pobega in the midfield layout. Diaz and Sailmakers in the attacking mids. And Giroud up top. I do have Macias in here, right? Yes. Unfortunately, he's heavy. But he probably will be starting the Fiorentina game as striker. He did a fantastic job last time out. So we will see how it goes. So match day 5, I believe it is, in the Champions League group stage right now. One question I have for all you FM players, there's inductions on everything. There's inductions on tactics, inductions on medical staff, all of that. But why isn't there anything on like set pieces and corners? Because there's such a major piece, and every time I go to Facebook, to the FM blog group or anything like that, on their Facebook groups or anyone else, it's always, I need a good set piece. But FM does nothing to help you out there. It's just kind of like, okay, here's your induction on tactics. Here's what will help you with tactics. When it comes to set pieces, when it comes to corners, like, not our problem really. So you go with whatever you think. That would be something I would love to see. I mean, I don't think the induction thing that they've been doing is all that fantastic. I mean, it's a step. I would really love to see some kind of tutorial, like an actual hands-on tutorial. I think actually, Uh, one of the creators, one of the big name creators that I watch every now and again, and I can't remember to save my life for some reason, has talked about there should be a tutorial of you just start off as a team, and you'll go into your first match and you'll do the shouting and they'll show you everything that you need to know. I think that would be perfect. There's no reason that they don't do that. Even if it's a separate gameplay and you just kind of say, silly. You people are silly. But even if it's a separate gameplay and you just kind of choose, I want to do the tutorial first and then I'll set up my league later. Or you can continue on with that if you want and continue with that team. No reason why you can't do that. It's absolutely a fantastic idea. You're not even moving on yet. But yeah, there's a lot of things that they need to deal with for new players. I mean, even me, I've been around forever, can't do my tactics to save my life, which is why I usually look at others and see how they do it and how groups do it, and then I'll kind of form it that way, or form my own tactic that way. But I have no idea what to do with set pieces. I don't know a thing about corners. You know, obviously certain things about near post, far post, all of that. And I swear to God, thank you, Dest. You guys are not picking it up at all. But anyway, my thoughts. Let me know yours. Comments down below. Oh, come on, Giroud. At least pass it to the side. And there we go. Brandt is in. Oh, Magnan able to bring it down. And then you just kind of lightly pass it to Kair right in front of goal. Dest does come in for Hernandez. I mean, Dest has, I will say he's not been, he's got some good plays here and there, but he's really not been all that fantastic. It's not someone I want to look at really as a permanent player. I don't believe I have a mandatory option to buy. So he's going back to Barcelona, I hope, at the end of this this season. But Brandt is just sneaking right in. Oh, my Lord. And out for a throw-in. Oh, my Lord, that was so close. You guys really need to do something. Oh, are you kidding me? And it looks like Kair and Dest are just tired as all can be. And Royce, thank God. But yeah, it looks like, I mean, we've had a lot of matches and just, even with rotation, all the injuries we've had, and we've still had a ton of minor injuries, like I told you in the last episode, where they're like 1 to 3 days, but I can't play them. All these players that are, where are they? Let's go to tactics. You know, you don't even show me. Are you kidding me? Like De Ketelaere, who's just a little bit, you know, returning to full fitness, doesn't help me. And I still honestly don't know what to do with, you know, with team talks and things like that. Where you'll say, same thing with FM22. If you watched any of my episodes, which I didn't do much with FM22, but if you're trying to praise a player, you go and say, hey, you've done a fantastic job this week. You know, keep it up. They'll be like, no, I didn't. And then they'll be even more pissed and say, well, if, you know, you think your standards are a little bit higher, I can't wait to see, you know, what comes out of you next. Screw you. That doesn't work that way. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's a British thing. Maybe it's a, you know, an American thing, but that's not how people react to things. If you don't think you did well during training, saying, well, okay, well then, hey, if you don't think you did a great job, I can't wait to see what you do next week. I mean, it may put a little pressure on them to do well, but I don't see them saying, fuck you, dude. What are you doing to me? Unless he already hates you. Karim Adeyemi only has 4 goals this season? That's weird. But this is not how we want to start. No, it is not. So, I mean, look at how many players they have back. What happened to Dortmund? We really need some crisp passing, some good movement into the box, and we're getting nothing. Tonali gets stripped and then just stands there. And of course, Adeyemi, oh, thank God, is offside, but mother of God, why are you clapping? You guys should have been up there anyway. This is tougher than it should be right now. So Calabria coming down the side. Sailmakers. Oh, I don't know who Morey is, but fantastic efforts there. Hummels. Calabria, though, able to steal it. Tonali, back to Kair. Pobega, Tonali, up to Sailmakers. Fantastic. Why did he head it? Why did you head it? Super sub coming on. Let's see what Macias can do. I mean, 6'5" Giroud has done nothing. Simone Kair is tired. Oh, are you kidding me? Passing, no matter what I do. Short, pass into space, pass long. I mean, none of it works. And I don't get it. And there's Adeyemi breaking through yet again. No matter, I mean, even with the dive by Thiago, I thought it was going to go in. I mean, Dest is tired. Kair is tired. Dest is not doing a good job at all either. As I mentioned right there. But Leao all the way over to Sailmakers. Pobega able to pick it up. Brahim. Oh. So, 1-1. I've had to push it to attacking, as you can see. My God, I mean, this tends to be harder than it should be, like I've said. We'll have to see how we get into Rangers, but hopefully we'll at least get through with a stalemate here. Brahim with a fantastic shot. He's been doing great. What was it, 3 goals in 3 games? Dest, Tonali. I don't know. I mean, who was the player? We've had a lot of games. There we go. Pobega just said, I'm going to take it now. We've had a lot of games, though, where players will pass up to another player, and the other player will just kind of keep running when someone else just kind of comes in and steals the ball. And it, I mean, really? Thiago bringing it all the way up. Leao. Oh, I was hoping Macias could get something out of it. But back to Yale. Pobega with a steal. Pobega's been doing that a lot. Thiago up to Brahim. Into the box, out of the box. Bringing it back to Tonali. Anyone? Is that off Emre Can? Yes, it was an own goal by Emre Can. It helps us out. But man. I mean, Brahim coming into the box and then leaving. Into Tonali, who's just like, I don't know what to do. Passes it in for, I'm going to assume, Macias, who doesn't see the ball, and it just pings off Emre. I don't know. I really just don't know anymore. So Pobega to Sailmakers, Calabria. I mean, Thorgan Hazard just booking it in, saying, you know what, I'm taking this ball. And then that's the thing. Reina is like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm going to keep running forward when the ball's right behind him. Luckily, I mean, for them, they got it. Oh, great defending. Coppola, our new boy. Sailmakers, though, bringing up the pitch, easily stolen. And then that's where things end. Chelsea is beating up on Rangers right now. 5-0. My goodness. So it looks like, hopefully... Oh, 5 minutes. Wow. Hopefully we're into the next phase. That didn't trip up Sailmakers at all? No? But hopefully this, will keep things up. And we'll get into the next phase. Oh! Oh well. I'll take the effort right there. But we have to see who we're going to play in the next round of 16. But man, 57% possession, and we're getting trounced. Macias, why? What on earth are you trying to do there? 97th minute. Is that the final whistle? I mean, thank you. I was going to say, this is not Man United time. But overall, Diaz with a 7-6. Pobega did really well with a 7-7. So after match day 5, we are tops with 12 points. Chelsea in second with 10. Borussia Dortmund and Rangers are completely out. There's no way that they can get back. Now the big question is, if we beat Rangers, we'll stay top. If Chelsea beat Dortmund and we lose or we draw, well, yeah, if we draw, I don't know. Chelsea's going to go top, I'm pretty sure. But big news is, though, we've gone through. We're into the next round. Yellow card limit. Kair, oh my God, we're getting so much more in fines than anything else. People have been going, I mean, Giroud, Calabria, Kair, everyone's been having, their 5-card limit. I think Tonali and Benacer both have it as well. It's getting crazy. So overall, we are doing fairly well right now. We do play Udinese in the Tim Cup. The Supercopa competition begins in January, so I don't care. We both qualified. We are in 5th right now in the Serie A. Overall, not too bad. We got to keep some things going. We got to work on things like passing and getting it into the back of the net a little more. But overall, we're doing a fantastic job, I think. And we'll see how we continue with the next couple of months. So anyway, that's it for me, 7FM. Thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.